Okay, into game number 3. Final
Alright.
game
Show
for
the
this
draft.
series. Show the draft.
Don't
True.
forget.
True. Very true. I'm already showing the draft actually, I think.
Nice.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, but we should be showing the draft already. Fingers crossed. If it doesn't, then I'm Mocha. But yeah. Okay, so
Radiant team banned.
same bans across the board. I don't expect a Dawnbreaker to be allowed, right? Because J-Dog, he kind of showed that he can blast their asses with that as well. But then again, if Kana Fan Club doesn't ban the brew, are Super Watch Boys gonna insta-pick that? That's the question.
Maybe it's like a TR9. They let Ana take the IO.
Right? Yeah, like it's one of those. Okay, so the ban is actually gonna be on Zeus.
Radiant team pick.
Interesting, because maybe
They
they ban the Zeus. Maybe they are opting for another pick to start, so they want to prevent Super Watch Boys from grabbing that, because so far Kada Fan Club have been hogging that hero.
Right.
And I mean Xiaopin, he didn't have the best showing on that. Yeah, like you said, got caught out quite a bit. They still feel confident in this Tiny for regular pleb though, despite the bit of a lacking showing. But
Yep.
I mean, Tiny still is a very strong hero. We've seen the potential it can have. The Avalanche, of course, a very good tool in terms of catching people off guard. But is it going to be the brew? Because you know for a fact that if they don't pick it in this first phase, it's very high chance of getting banned
5
out.
seconds remaining.
Yes.
Okay, let me just add a command for the delay first. Yeah, okay, at least the
Dire team pick.
at least the draft is gonna be shown. There we go lah! What the hell, Fame?
Let's go.
Fame, we waited fucking hours for this, but hey, let's go. J-Dog Brew waiting room. Let's fucking okay. Alright, baby. We're in business. It's actually the game that people came to see. Not gonna lie, nobody came for.
Here we go.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay, so you are a big J-Dog fan, right?
Yeah.
And the past few days, I think he had a stream, and I actually asked him what he thinks about Brew in this current patch. He answered, he thinks it's around B+, right? The hero is really good, and it's really good in team fights, but it doesn't really stack up against a lot of the other offlaners. But based on your sort of understanding of J-Dog Brew, and based off us watching the past 2 games, do you think this Brew is enough to just kind of turn the tides of the fight? How significant is it that J-Dog got his Brew?
I think it's not only like it's his comfort hero. It's like it's a morale thing, you know.
Yeah,
It's like I got my pick. I'm ready to just show what I got,
yeah,
and yeah, and he's just fully comfortable with it,
Yeah.
and he feels good. Then I think it should be okay.
yeah. I mean, Diamonds, he had his showing with the Invoker as well, and WB,
Right.
unfortunately, it didn't. I mean, those heroes, as much as they are comfort, it's very high skill ceiling, right? Not to say Brew isn't, but I mean, J-Dog at this point, he's just piloted this Brew so many times, he can just autopilot, like, muscle memory the sequence of, like, Brewlings in his head, right?
They pick out the Juggernaut. I know J-Dog always not complain, but like another
Fuck
Juggernaut.
it,
thing.
like, Chibai Juggernaut counter pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Juggernaut is one of the few carries that can actually stand up against the Bruin lane, right? So maybe Kana Fan Club, they already sort of knew that this would be a situation, and I don't know whether this is good or bad, right? Because on one hand, yes, they get the lane counter, but Jug also, they're forced to kind of show their carry so early on, right? So, I mean, for a fact that if they didn't pick it at this juncture, it will immediately be banned out in the second phase.
You mentioned that it's counter? No, I don't think it's a counter. Like,
Okay.
I've seen J-Dog play against Jug. Even when he was streaming, he was playing against the Juggernaut. Like
Okay.
he knows what to do.
Okay.
It's just
Yeah, it's just
annoying
annoying,
playing.
right? Because he just spins
Right.
and gets a ticket, like get out of jail free card.
Correct.
Yeah.
But he knows how to play against.
I believe if there's any brewmaster who's gonna do it, it's gonna be the J-Dog brewmaster, that's for sure. But
That's
I mean, Nasi Kangkang did have a pretty significant game on that Jug, right? But although I will say that the success in that game was largely due to like Super Watch Boys not really being able to do anything to him.
Yeah, correct.
So I mean, they basically have the rest of the draft to decide what their response is gonna be. Super Watch Boys WB is gonna ban out that Doom. They're sick of letting Dancer Boy just wreak havoc with it. So Dancer Boy gonna be forced. I mean, Dancer Boy and the mid laner of Kana are gonna be forced off their heroes for the first time this entire series, right?
They need to ban the Doom, or else like Brew has to transform, right?
Yes,
If
correct.
they let the Doom go, then the Brew is gonna have a hard time showing. Like as off laner, you don't really want to stand at the back and hide, but you want to go at the front and just soak up some damage or
Yeah.
like give vision, provide
Eat some
info.
spells, take like half your HP and then let the split go off and then
Right. So the Doom will have been quite significant counter to the Brew.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they took it away because, hey, more J-Dog Brew.
Yeah, more J-Dog Brew, more J-Dog Fiestas. Okay. Let me...
The green team's banning someone now.
Okay. So Weaver banned out. They don't want to deal with Singapore's best Weaver anymore. And the Jug as well. But I mean, on the flip side, from both of these heroes being, WB specials, they're also really good at dealing with the Jug, right? Like you can't ever Omni Slash these heroes. One Shikuchi, one Time Lapse, one Time Walk. It's not a good matchup.
Right. Or even a simple co-embrace.
Yeah, true. Like they actually can't do anything. So it's a little bit awkward for this Jug right now. But I mean, it's not like there's anything that's really gonna limit his farm or really bully him, right? That's kind of how it always is with Jug. Yeah, he doesn't really win the lane, he doesn't really lose the lane unless you kind of pair him up with a really aggressive support.
Right.
Yeah, Jakiro banned out, so they're gonna respect that coming out from Darkness, even though he didn't have the most impact in that earlier game too. The Ice Path still very annoying. A lot of lane pressure that can come out, or at least a lot of lane pressure that they can alleviate by themselves. Okay.
Dire team banned.
Still waiting out for this draft phase. Bristleback banned again. That's an interesting one.
Okay.
It seems like both these teams don't really like the Bristleback, despite... I mean, it's very obvious that this is J-Dog Brew, right? There's no question about it.
Right.
So, I mean, maybe they're just concerned about them running it on the mid or safe lane because they're worried they don't have enough damage to stand up against it.
Team pick.
Juggernaut's Omni Slash is on the front though.
Right?
So I don't know. Okay,
I guess that okay, yeah. I mean, right now you take a look at the two heroes they've opened up with nothing to really deal with him, right? Like one toss, you can't really even while he's coming down, he can already kind of cue the phase shift.
Right. And against the, I think that's a tiny nerf on the Avalanche, so Park can phase shift during the Avalanche. Or was it the other way around? I don't remember.
Phase shift during the... I think so. I think there's enough time to phase shift during Avalanche. Yeah, so there's actually no way unless he immediately starts and catches... Like, if he chains it perfectly, right? If like, Diamonds has his finger on the button, it's just not gonna happen.
Okay, Warlock. It's gonna be a very boring lane for J-Dog. He can't dominate them.
Resident Sleeper. Hey, actually, this reminds me of the good old days of, like, literally how we first met, right? Fucking Warlock Clockwork vibes. It was like the most impossible game ever and we won in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what a fucking boring... I mean, it's been very strong lately, right? Because of the amount of... I think... I can't point to a specific aspect of the hero that suddenly... Or this was changed to make it strong. But you could sort of point to, how the consumables changed, right? Then suddenly the healing supports are a lot more valuable. I mean, if you needed a secure even more against the Brewmaster that J-Dog is piloting, that is going to do it. Ooh.
Okay, that's the bulk of the damage right there.
I mean, this could be a tiny mid or a Skyref mage mid, but if this is a Sky mid, it's gonna be super cool because all three of these heroes, they actually can't deal with instant silences. Brew doesn't want to buy his own perch. That's awkward as hell. Winter Wyvern, you just silence the Wyvern and literally nothing she can do. Same thing for the Park, right? Like, you're not really expecting, you're gonna have to pivot into a Yules or something. And even later in the game, if you have to opt for Linkins for whatever reason, it's a bit awkward because Sky just has so many spells that can break that.
Right. Sky pick though, it's pretty good. It's like almost a Zeus.
Yeah,
It's
almost
really
a Zeus. Not really, but almost.
Right.
I personally am a big Skyref mage player myself, and I think like this isn't necessarily a perfect Skyref game because what you're always looking for is a way to set up your Mystic Flare, right? You want someone to hold them in place, whether it's through an easy stun, but of course that can come through the last pick as well. But I mean, no obvious synergy for now other than the fact that the I guess the silence is Ancient Seal is really going to ruin the day of the Park and the Brew. Oh, I like this pick though. The task is immediately a counter to that, right? Snowball save.
I has to decide between like who to really silence or who to lock down. I think they
Yeah.
just really need to pick a last lockdown.
Yeah, they
Either
need.
What, I think.
So the Void Spirit would have been a really good pick, right? I think like a Void Spirit for the side of Kada fan club. I mean, able to come in and out. There's no real way for them to lock him down except for, you know, when the Brewmaster pops the split, you know, he can just kind of dissimulate away, the Astral Step away. Really, it's just the Dream Core, but if you have like if a Warlock backing you up or like Healing Ward and stuff like that, you know, you won't instantly die.
The green team's banning
But that gets
someone
banned out. Mars as well gonna get taken out. So they're of the opinion that this Tiny or the Skyrim Mage will be mid, and I agree with them. I think Superwatch boys have a good read.
Radiant's team.
Last
Bloodseeker.
bans, yeah, Bloodseeker.
Pango? Wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, so far they've been banning out this Bloodseeker. Maybe they're just a bit afraid of it. I mean, Bloodseeker, it's a little bit scary, right? Because you have so many ways of getting these heroes low. The initial burst from the Tiny, Sky as well, and that's when the Bloodseeker. But yeah, called immediately. The Pango is going to be the last pick. I'm not really sure who's the mid and who's the off lane. But last pick is going to be Drow Ranger for WB.
That's 2 Pangos. You see?
Yeah, wait, do you like this?
I like this because Drow is a huge pain in the ass to lane against, and you're a Pango, you're so weak in the lane
Uh-huh.
that you Swashbuckle and then what? You just sit there and wait until you have Swashbuckle. out
Right, you
again.
can't actually come back into the lane, right?
Right, yeah. So Drow, I think the WB Drow lane would be a win. Not even they don't even have to go for the kill. It's just that
Yeah, like
It's so
Dancer Boy
hard
is
to
just
lane.
not gonna get anything, right? He has to swashbuckle to get any sort of CS. And I mean, I'm curious to see whether they repeat what they did in game number 1, right? Because, in game number 2, where they kind of brought the task over to the Weaver's lane to apply that bit more of pressure, because they know, okay, they've already counterpicked.
432 last match.
Yeah, it's diamonds. Boosting it up. I mean, he's not messing around, and I think Superwatch boys and Big Breakfast, they don't want to go out at this early juncture of the tournament, right? There's still a LAN to play for. Of course, even though the prizes are in equipment, it's still quite a nice chunk of equipment that they could get. So I don't think, I mean, Singapore, Dota, we don't actually have a lot of events going on ever, right? So any sort of LAN, it'll be fun to be there, and I'm sure all these players want to be there as well. But this is going to be the decider as to whether they can move on or not, or whether they'll unfortunately be knocked out in the round of 16.
Right. So who do you think takes away this game's draft?
I want to say, I feel like it has to be Superwatch boys, right? Just because of the fact that I'm not really sure how this Pango is going to have a game. I think he's going to have mode poverty. He's going to reach a point where he hits level 6 and he can try and make something happen. But if they are not able to combine the ultimates nicely, it's going to be awkward. I think this game as well is very heavily on Xiaopin's back. He needs to get a good start. He needs to get the ball rolling and just do a Topson, like mode Topson, run all over the map, kill people. Because if not, I feel like the front to end like team fight that's coming out from Superwatch boys is just a bit too much to handle. Okay, so the one upside I will say is that the side of Big Breakfast, they have Fatal Bonds. And on the entirety of Superwatch Boys, they do not have a single natural purge. So they're going to have to itemize into that instead. If Darkness can actually find the nice Fatal Bonds, then that's where the fight can get really, really dirty. But I mean, no action this time round. I mean, first game, second game, we saw 5-man smokes into the jungle. I mean, they're not really feeling so confident about their level 1 so far. And I mean, with the heroes, I don't blame them. Just gonna be a bit of a regular laning stage this time round.
Right.
Okay. Some love for fame in the chat. Feels good, man.
It's good.
I mean, okay, so on one hand, talked about Dancer Boy not really gonna be able to lane here. But I think regular pleb, you know, if he does go for the Arcane Bolt, he can just spam away on these two heroes and there's not really much they can do. They're gonna have to get sticks and a lot of regen to survive. Fight for the range creep. Yep, swashbuckle. I mean, the shield crash gonna be able to get it, but like you said, Pango
that's all the class to do. Just
yeah.
free damage. But
So
then
the-
again, that's a Skyruff.
Yeah, so there's the back and forth, right? Because as soon as the shield crash is used or the swashbuckle, then that's where WB will go in and try and bully, right? But then the Sky can just ward him off with the concussive. But then we're not talking about choices yet, right? It frees up the Winter Wyvern to basically do whatever we want. Less than 0 gets a nice courier kill. So very nicely done. Stopping a bit of those items coming out. I mean, I like this sort of adjustment coming out from J-Dog, right? I'm not really sure whether this is the regular build, but I know that like Brews in lane, usually you try and capitalize off the Cinder Brew. Against the Jug, it's not really that effective, right? Because you can just spin it off. Okay, less than 0. Tried for ice shards on that range creep there to secure it. Didn't manage to get it, unfortunately. Everything pretty even so far, though. Some pressure coming out from Xiao Bin here, though. But I mean, Puck versus Tiny. You know, people have been picking Tiny into Puck because of the fact that Tiny can just dumpster that lane, right? Like with the 3 toss, you can clear the waves, you can just threaten the Puck so often that it's really hard to lane. But I mean, Diamonds, that Puck, I mean, 26-4 was it? That score from the previous game? Yeah.
32 assists.
Yeah. Wait, what? That's like what, 58 kills total?
Right.
What the shit? Okay, I mean, I'm sure he's hoping for a repeat performance, something like that this time round. But yeah.
It's the Puck's negative, not negative, like 0 or -3, I think. Oh, he has 2 armor now, but Puck's low armor makes it very susceptible to Tiny's physical damage.
Yeah. It's not the easiest lane, but I'm sure Diamonds can do it. I mean, he's doing pretty well for himself so far, staying pretty even.
Yep.
Topside, like we said, Dancer Boy not having the best of times, but still actually holding his own. I feel like we keep saying, oh, Dancer Boy shouldn't be able to win lane here, and he still finds a way to just weave in and out to get what he needs. So pretty nicely done for him.
This guy.
Yeah, the
This
Sky.
guy's- This guy's doing a lot of work to drop him down.
Yeah. I mean, it comes at a cost, right? Because we see how much regen this guy is investing. Oh, WB, not like this. Has the stick available. But, oh no, WB gets caught out. Choices out of position to help his carry. This is not how it's supposed to go. A bit of flashbacks of game number 1 here.
Courier has been killed.
And he'll be a big... dude, less than 0 is just farming these couriers, actually. Like, this is what, the second or third one he's killed at this point?
Okay.
Yeah, good for him.
So technically, Drow's not the first blood.
Yeah, smile. Yeah. I mean, like you said, Xiaopin, he's really just hammering in this physical damage to pressure out this Puck, right? But, I mean, it's no big deal for Diamonds. He's still able to sort of clear out this wave and get what he needs. I mean, the real story is going to be at WB, right? If this Pango manages to get to the I guess, break point of level 6 that he wants and force this draw into the jungle, suddenly the game just opens up for the side of Big Breakfast. Okay. Less than 0. The ice shards just scaring him away a little bit, and they deny the water rune. So nice little rotation there. I mean, Xiaopin doesn't necessarily need it, but it would have been a nice pick-me-up.
Just asking, is today the entire day for the games until like semi-finals or what? How
Right,
does
so
it work?
basically, just a quick run through. Today, only the round of 16 is being played. So we're literally only casting this series because all the other series ended already. On Saturday next week, that is the round of, I think you guys can pull up the bracket. Let me see whether I can find it. Yeah, so, okay, we missed the kill. Not weird. The draw falls again. What the heck? Distracted by the bracket. Agent famed.
Sorry.
Choices. In a bit of trouble as well. The Skyrev is gonna do it. Regular pleb. You were saying this Skyrev is doing mad work and he's really just doing so much just with a crown to start.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's all he has.
Yeah, that's all he has, dude. And he's going for the Atos rush. It could be really scary if he gets there early because you don't actually have any way of saving apart from the snowball. And yeah, so just to run you guys through, round 2 will be on the 6th. So every round 2 game will be on the 6th. Yeah, round 2 would be, I guess, round of 8. So that will be on Saturday. It will be played live. I think the players need to go to skate. But the only sort of live cast and of the tournament will be grand finals and semi-finals, which will be on the Sunday.
Skyrock walking back isn't even like a walk of shame. It's just
Yeah, he's like a walk of fucking flex, dude. Like, this guy is like laughing all the way to the bank. Came back with another crown, dude. What the fuck, GG. Yeah, I mean, they need to be so careful with how they handle WB now because he's definitely gonna have to go into the jungle to recover. Dancer Boy already at level 5, halfway to that level 6. And he has that earn charge, so gonna be able to pressure them out.
Guess I was wrong. I was
Yeah.
thinking like, okay, the Pango might most probably wouldn't get a lane at all, but
Yeah.
the Skyrock putting so much work against the draw.
Yeah. I mean, this is kind of the strength of the Skyref, right? A lot of lane pressure coming in, especially against a hero like this Winter Wyvern, who can't actually do much against him. The Tiny does get the Invis rune, so like we said, Xiaopin, He was able to get a good start to his lane against a favorable matchup. And now we need to see what he does with this early advantage, right? Okay. Being chased down slightly. Regular pleb throws out the concussive shot and slow. WB still raining in arrows onto him, but the silence gonna stop that ice for now. There is the TP in from less than 0. They want to get out the Dancer Boy. The urn comes out, but it's not a lot of damage. Now WB is the one being looked at, but Dancer Boy, he's gonna be the one to drop the nice multi-shot to finish the job. And they could continue to chase up on the regular pleb here. Diamonds has rotated over with this orb. And just like that, they're able to even out the top lane. It was looking a little dicey, but they finish it off. His Choicer's gonna ward here. Nicely done. So clearing out the vision as well. Okay. On the flip side, Xiaopin, Invis rune onto J-Dog. Uh-oh. J-Dog fans. J-Dog fans, he needs your energy if he wants to survive. His Xiaopin. The toss. No! And that is gonna be curtains for him. Not much he can do about that one. Xiaopin with the patience play. Very nicely done. So both mid laners getting a nice rotation off. Feels bad for J-Dog.
It's okay. He'll come back. He'll come back.
True, true, true. Grandmaster, level 30, not without reason. WB. Okay, that was not WB. That's less than 0. Getting gone on Dancer Boy.
Rolling Thunder.
Rolling Thunder onto this task, and it should be more than enough damage. Regular player throwing out the last Arcane Bolt. Gonna finish him off. Now Diamonds has TP'd in, looking for the coil. Has tossed it out. Dancer Boy doesn't have any mana to work with. Has a mango though. Is there enough backup damage? WB finishes off that Skyref, but not onto the silence. I mean, the silence doesn't land onto Dancer Boy, the orb as well. Do they want to keep chasing? Do they have enough damage? Diamonds. No waning rift means that Dancer Boy gets out of that one. Meanwhile, Xiaopin has that DD, so they need to be careful. This Tiny can 100 to 0 any hero. A J-Dog, ooh, comes back into lane, pops the split, and gets that free support pick off. So not much that Warlock can do. J-Dog thinks. Yeah, J-Dog thinks. Yeah, I mean, like you said, J-Dog knows exactly what to do in this lane, right? The big winner of this laning stage so far has to be Diamonds. I feel like he came out on top of Xiaopin despite having that disadvantage, right? And they're looking towards the mid lane right now. Less than 0, gonna get caught out, but it's just a Warlock to back them up. Not much they can do about that one. J-Dog, I mean, he can rotate over as well, but the Jug just kind of tracing their movements here. Could get caught out in a bit of an awkward spot. They don't actually know it's there. That's the D1, and there is a double coil, but there's the spin, like you said. They're looking towards darkness instead. That level 4 Warlock does not stand a chance. Omni Slash available, but does he really want to commit into this? The pump fake, do you see that? That was really nicely done. Baits it out from the snowball from less than 0, and there's the ice shots. They're trying to retreat. Xiaopin with the double damage. Diamonds needs to get out, but Nasi Kang Kang. One last hit, but the healing ward there to save him. A very precarious sequence of events there, but both teams get out. Just the Warlock lost. Scary business. Okay. Things are definitely heating up a little bit as we reach this early to mid-game stage. I mean, Xiaopin, he's still maybe a bit away, like what, 600, 700 away from that Blink Dagger. And that's when we'll begin to see him look for more action. But pinks come out, they guess right. Regen rune, can Diamonds grab it? Regular pleb can deny this rune if he's... Okay, actually doesn't manage to get the auto attack off, but he's the one in some trouble. Xiaopin has that avalanche, the fatal bonds, like we said, it's enough to finish off that task. But there is the Winter's Curse. Choices there to bring up the rear. I mean, this Warlock is doing nothing, but still. The coil, okay, Diamonds has to be a little bit careful with how he plays this fight. John's out of that situation, and Dancer Boy a bit slow on the chase with that Rolling Thunder. Yeah, he's still going. Could find himself in a bit of a rough spot if he doesn't swashbuckle out. The silence doesn't catch him, but they're on to Xiaopin. Diamonds could go forward. They need to be careful about this combo. Silence out, not in time, but has an orb the wrong way, and the silence is there from regular pleb. Exactly what we talked about. Catches Diamonds from the tree line, and that is a part kill streak of 3.
Okay, he only has to die. He has 3 more deaths to go.
Yeah, and how many more kills? 26?
26?
26? How many more assists? 32?
32?
Working on it, work in progress.
Yeah.
It's okay, guys. Diamonds got this. We're all on schedule. Yeah,
everything going as planned.
Yeah, all according to the plan. Okay, but I mean, for WB, right, this is exactly what the draw wants to do, but nice early ward placed. I think it was a couple of minutes ago to spot this out. So you're going to be able to keep tabs on the draw. Right now, they're looking towards regular pleb, though, and this Skyref mage doesn't stand a chance. Like we said, no real way of getting out of this gang squad of diamonds and less than 0. Had really good success earlier on with that Ember Tusk combo, now looking to mirror that with the Puck as well. And the Dream Coil up and the Witchblade coming out. I think they're going to look for some more action here. Spotting out the jug, but not much they can do. J-Dog just pressuring out. The Nose Darkness is here, forcing the TP. Yeah, so once again, really quiet game from Nasi Kangkang, right? Like he's just AFK farming again. This is sort of what you need to do as Jug. The one fight he tried to join, it didn't really work out for him. So he's just playing it a little bit slower, going for that Maelstrom build again. The Warlock.
The entire top lane is like empty.
Yeah, no one wants to
No
play
one
here. Yeah, I wonder why though, because I guess they need to respond to this J-Dog pressure. But I do feel like that could be an easy opening for them. On the bright side, they do have all their ultimates available, so they could look for a fight. Like we said, Fatal Bonds into Warlock Golem. A lot of lockdown and teamfight prowess could blow this Puck up before he's even ready. Looking towards his top side instead, could find WB.
now.
Yeah, I think they were looking for him. Gonna place down a nice wall in the jungle to scout out where he's farming. But as soon as he throws out this multi-shot, they're gonna know. And oh dear, the Drow senses
TP.
something. A bit of a VAC. I don't know whether they saw the fact he has no TP or not. But the TP is already coming in. They smell this movement coming out. There's the Rolling Thunder. They should know. But a swing and a miss. Dancer Boy doesn't find him. Just gonna do one run around. But that is the Puck down in an instant. They found the bigger target. And now J-Dog's here to fight. Here's the urn, forcing the Warlock Golem, but a nice Fatal Bonds onto all of them. Can they follow up? That is a support for the position 1. And Dancer Boy, no swashbuckle, but has that shield crash. Pops himself over that wall. They have the Winter's Curse available, but with the Primal Split plot, I don't think Big Breakfast want to fight. And just like that, Nasi Kangkang has rotated over to the mid to try and put out some pressure. Overall, it's still a net win for the side of Big Breakfast. They pick up diamonds yet again. The plan's starting to get derailed a little bit here. Looking towards J-Dog, but the Winter's Curse and the Silence. Does he have enough? The Arcane Bolt. Regular Pleb still on the chase. One last hit. Is it enough? He's more than likely going to pay for this, but J-Dog gonna fall. So that is another huge kill for just the support. Now WB in trouble. Xiaopin misses the toss, so that could be huge. Helping WB get out of this situation. Do they have a cold embrace? It's in time. WB narrowly survives thanks to choices, but the magic damage is enough. Less than 0. Rolling in now, finishes off the Tiny, so trades back and forth. Nasi Kangkang making his way up here with a haste rune. Could be a lot of trouble. They have that Omni Slash available, but a lot of creeps to the side. They're gonna opt for the spin instead. They know they can take down this Winter Wyvern. And the last strike gonna come out. So overall, Super Wash Boys, not really the fight they were looking for, but that's a lot of ultimates expended. I mean, one of them is low cooldown, so it's not that big of a deal. And now they're looking towards this top tower instead. I mean, Dancer Boy, he's closing in towards this Blink Dagger, and like we said, Xiaopin already has that. They could get the catch onto diamonds, but he jaunts out. So scary for this part. Not the tankiest hero. 1000 HP, that's literally one tiny combo.
Oh, 2 runes?
Talk, money.
Money for everyone?
Yeah, true. I mean, they still have a 2k gold lead, so it's not that bad. But I can't help but feel like WB, you know, he would like a little bit more. Oh, good call. Thanks for calling that out. Nice smoke gank. They make use of the wards here, and Diamonds, he's got to ping that out. He knows they had vision. No way they get that jump. Yeah, but regular pleb with that kill, gonna be able to have an ATO, so another worry for WB and Diamonds to just kind of think about in these fights. Sizing up for fight, here comes the blink. Stopping choices from D-Warding. J-Dog has the split available, but does he want to commit it here? Already losing his support. There is not a lot of backup, but less than 0 is here. They want to get this Tiny. The focus is out. There is the healing ward. Gonna get taken out. Is it enough damage in this blue split? Gonna toss him out with the Hurricane. That's a nice move. Is it enough though? The Tiny still has a bit of HP. Here comes Diamond with the ult, finishing him off. Now less than 0, silenced up. Omni Slash still online, so Nasi Kangkang can throw that out, but there is the coil. Omni Slash is is out onto J-Dog, but being held back by Darkness. There's the Warlock ulti. They punch up that Skyref mage, but the real winner of this fight is Nasi Kangkang. He's just been able to run rampant, Omni slash whoever he wants, and less than 0 is going to take out to that Fatal Bonds earn combo. I mean, whole time WB is farming away, so not the end of the world, but still a pretty favorable trade for the side of... I think both teams are okay with that, right? Because one team loses the Tiny, but the other, it feels like they have to commit so much to make that fight even.
A lot about this meta is not about the kills. From what I heard from what Team Secret's Puppy said, he said like it's okay if you keep stacking up kills, but most important is the farm. To make sure your farm stacks up.
Yeah, let's take a look at the net worth then. I mean, it's WB in the lead, no surprises there. He's been just kind of farming away at the Ancients. But I mean, it's not like Nasi Kangkang is very far behind him, right?
Okay. Hold on, I got a call.
Oh, okay. Famed. Payment received.
Regeneration.
Bad dude's top tower
Gonna miss a kill onto J-Dog, unfortunately. Apologies for that. It was rearranging
Okay,
something.
Scam call.
Scam call, Ministry of Health vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we missed the kill onto J-Dog, so this is the Ministry of Health's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like we said, right, they have so much burst damage, and we already saw that in the Tidy, right, but it's even more amplified by this Skyref mage. Ato's probably catching him off guard, and that's gonna be the reveal.
Tiny's not that farm though.
Yeah,
Right.
he's actually not as farmed as I expected. Xiaopin.
Right.
Oh, another Atos dodging out. Nicely done from Diamonds, and the turn is there.
Oh,
There's the
turn
call
around.
onto 2. They don't have the Warlock ultimate. They don't have the Fatal Bonds as well. They only pop that out onto one single task, and now Xiaopin's in trouble. Dancer Boy trying to cover his Tiny, but the puck is on the chase. Less than 0 is the one going to drop actually, and they don't manage to stand away from this Rolling Thunder. So nicely done from Dancer Boy to cover the retreat. Was it 1 for 1 in terms of position force? I mean, at this point, it does feel like the control of the game is slowly slipping away from the Superwash boys. Even though WB is getting quite a decent amount of farm, I feel like the Big Breakfast gang have had control of this jungle for so long, right? They just keep farming whoever comes up near here. So the one downside is they're not the best team at taking Roche, but they are pretty good at just chaining these kills back and forth, right? So we see as soon as they get all the members up again here, they are again in the same spot, trying to get the jump onto Diamonds, but the Puck thinks better of it. And the Yule's forced out. Yeah. Diamonds has to buy a Yule's. If not, there's no chance he survives against Sky. Bruce Split is up though, so there is a bit of a reason to fight here for the side of Superwash boys. I mean, he's closing in towards these Aghanims as well, right? So once he has this Axe and the double split, that's where they can really wreak havoc in the fights and just ruin the day of these two supports, right? Like Skyref and I mean, as much as the Skyref silence really screws over the Brew, like Skyref isn't really a hero that can deal with like 3 Brewlings just running at his ass.
This is just alright. I'm getting hit by 3 pandas.
Yeah.
Nothing new, just vibing.
Yeah, just guess I'm dead. Oh, Winter's Curse on to Nasi Kangkang. Meanwhile, backline, they found the Warlock, so there is eliminator from the fight. Both supports falling, but there is the toss up. They found choices on the flip side. Now WB's in a little bit of trouble. The buyback from the Warlock, TPing right on top of this Drow. She needs to get out of this situation. There is the Chaotic Offering right on top of the entire team. The Fatal Bonds as well. Disaster for the side of Superwash boys. The split ends, and his team is down. J-Dog has nothing left to fight for. He's gonna get picked off. Insane buyback coming out from Darkness on this Warlock to turn the fight, and just like that, they can look towards Roche. Oh, not like this. It all looked like it was happening in slow motion, right? We saw the Drow get caught out by Dancer Boy, set up perfectly. The call was made, and Darkness just finds the money. And it just so happens that the fight just kind of moves back over to try and help the Drow, but that sets up perfectly for the Fatal Bonds. And oh dear, oh dear. I think things are turning now, yeah. Take a look. Yeah, look at the graph, dude. It just went straight up. It was at 38%. And now it's all the way up to 77 the other way. Oh dear. I mean, what do you think went wrong that fight? It seems so good because they caught both supports, right, on the backline, but WB, I think it was just kind of branched off from the team, and unfortunately...
That's possible.
Sorry?
That's why. Like, there was no support for him. He was just the
Yeah.
only one there, and he had no escape. So there were Rolling Thunder on top of him, and he just can't get out. He was even trying to juke the Pango rolling at him, but Mango has the shot, so he could instantly turn and went straight towards WB.
Yeah. Winter's Curse on the regular pleb. They want to get the kill on this Skyref. They're okay to commit this ulti for it, but regular pleb. Trying to turn the fight, but silence up means that there's no response. Dancer Boy actually gonna try and make chase with the Rolling Thunder, but not nearly fast enough. Has that blink, spots out choices in the tree line, has the slow and finds the Winter Wyvern. Is it enough though? He doesn't have mana, so he needs to be careful. WB, if you can find him with this silence, it could be huge.
There's no mana left.
Yeah, they catch sight. He has one Swashbuckle. Only one though. Are they gonna think better of it? Xiaopin's in, finds the silence on the Dancer Boy. WB is in trouble though. There's the Tiny with the combo. Is it enough? Manages to get the stick and Dancer Boy is gonna fall. Now Xiaopin, he came in by himself. The Junk isn't in the fight at all and the Tiny is gonna be the one to drop. They see Nasi Kangkang TP out and that should be their signal to just push for the kills in this bot tier 2. They have the glyph available on the side of Big Breakfast, but nice sequence of events there from Super Wash Boys.
I think they just got too cocky for a bit.
Yeah. A little bit unfortunate there. I mean, Dancer, the Skyref was already dead, right? And that's such a huge part of your damage. Trying to make chase onto the Winter Wyvern, but the Juke's in the trees, the follow-up, he didn't have a lot of resources to work with as well. Now J-Dog double splits up.
Bad dude's top tower gonna fall over soon.
I mean, I like the recognition from Nasi Kangkang, immediately knowing that, you know, there's no fight here, I need to split. Goes towards top, tries to apply pressure there instead. They want to defend though. Oh, Dancer Boy. Yeah, again with a bit of a preemptive Rolling Thunder, and I mean, the Winter's Curse gonna keep him grounded for a little bit. Now he's just getting punched away. Regular pleb, J-Dog in the backline though. Has the Storm Panda, can toss someone up, less than 0, gonna get silenced. But Xiaopin, oh no, he found WB, this is not where you wanna be! There is no Winter's Curse to get you out, there's only a Cold Embrace. Is it enough? The physical damage being resisted for now, the second split out, trying to get the supports, but Darkness finally gets the Chaotic Offering down, and that is the draw out of the fight. They have managed to clean up both supports though, and now Diamonds is in the fray. The Omni Slash is gonna finish off less than 0 though, and now Diamonds, he has so much work to do, but it looks like he doesn't want to tempt fate. He's gonna get out of here. Xiaopin, they see him, but thinking better of it, the TP straight into a toss. J-Dog, that was a little bit questionable from him. The Cold Embrace gonna keep him alive for now, but Diamond's looking for the back line. They're against Nasi Kangkang. The Yu's forced out, no spin. Can they turn it around? The meta style, gonna dispel that silence. And the Shadow Blade to hunt. They have a sentry scouting this out, so Xiaopin, he has to be careful. They toss the Cinder Brew on him. And they could look for a fight. Yeah, okay, straight onto Xiaopin again. They spotted the Tiny. Darkness with the Golem trying to give chase. But it's not... Oh, so close. Wait, choices? Monka? Okay, the move speed. The move speed is enough from Fake Grenade, thank God. But I mean, ultimately, I think, you know, the side of Big Breakfast, they're not too upset about that. But WB, you know, it's so hard for him to play these fights without the sentries down.
I just feel like every time draw is like fight, like the moment draw shows, right? Like there's no one like huddling around him to keep an eye on him.
Oh. Less than 0. Diamonds actually blinks in to try and save, but couldn't have been a mistake. Save your buddy, Syndrome gone wrong. He's gonna come out of this just to eat a Blade Fury. And just like that, the Goon squad that dominated game number 2 falls in the mid lane. This is gonna open up the mid tower for them to just push. I mean, the Jug, only 30 seconds left on this Aegis, but I don't think he has anything to fear of him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Not the game we expected from J-Dog Brew. He did have his moments, but now it looks like the side of Big Breakfast, they are the ones who are actually gonna push forward. And I don't think anybody really expected J-Dog, the J-Dog stack to just kind of be overpowered like this, especially with the J-Dog Brew being picked, but they've just kind of drafted really nicely with this Skyref, right? Like, the Skyref able to just nullify the evasiveness. Now J-Dog needs to get out. Yeah, run. Okay, so what is the way for the comeback? How does he get back into this game?
I think Aeon, perhaps. I think he might go Aeon. Then
You mean for the Brew?
if for the Brew, but they're not really targeting him.
Yeah,
so
speaking of targeting, WB found again. Xiaopin with this Shadow Blade has just been doing so much work.
My gratitude.
Oh dear, and WB is not gonna be feeling good about this one. Hurricane Pike Manta style, that's not really where he wants to be. I don't think this is enough to just kind of carry the game. Especially if how much he's just been found. And the rest of the side of Super Watch Boys, they haven't really been able to mirror that, right? They're trying to find whatever pickoffs they can on the map, but straight onto Dancer Boy, there's a snowball, but roll up.
Bad Dude's top is all
And top tier 2 gonna get taken down. So they have no reason to really back off now. They're not scared because the Drow is out of the picture. Only thing they really have to worry about realistically probably is this Winter's Curse, right?
Yeah. That's why they're putting the jug in front now and just
Yeah.
killing Ward at the back.
Yo, Green Dudes, something bad
There's
has
not really much they can do.
Yep.
I think even if the draw up,
happened.
I don't think they can really do much.
Good
Yeah.
spot
They are just all gonna jump the draw, right? Like the Rolling Thunder into the blink, the Tiny just blinks in. They all just go straight in for the draw.
Yeah, there's no real way of stopping them, I guess, is like what you're saying here. They see the Drow. Could be a little dicey here. They're winding it up, but they don't want to tempt fate. They're okay with just taking the tier 1. I mean, the tower, sorry. So you gotta respect the immediate smoke out coming out from the side of Super Watch Boys. They want to find some action. This could be their chance here. This could be the turnaround. But yeah, the pings come out because they know as soon as you see no one defending here, you know they're out for a move. So WB forced to show. Just like that, as quickly as it was conceptualized, it immediately just falls by the wayside. Found Nasi Kangkang, but immediate stun out. The Blade Fury and the Skull Basher, but on top of their heads is the Chaotic Offering. They are in trouble. J-Dog, can he get the split off? The Cold Embrace! Is that what he wanted? Doesn't manage to get the split off for now, and he's gonna drop. Choices, did you just grief him with that Cold Embrace? He almost got the ult off, but just because of that, the Brewmaster's down on the sidelines, and WB and gang, they're forced to run Nasi Kangkang back up to full HP thanks to the sustain, and Choices in a lot of trouble, forced up over the wall. But oh man, not like this. I think not like this really has been the story of this game. It's just all these little decisions in the fights that just... Oh dear.
Okay. I think
Okay.
it's
Okay.
one death. Okay.
Okay. No big deal.
2 out 2 available, so they can still go again.
Yeah. I do want to point out that they haven't actually killed off this jug at all throughout this entire game. So Nasi Kangkang, that was kind of the closest they got, but you know, the immediate response coming out from the rest of the team, they just cover each other so well. I mean, you can kind of see the thought process coming out from Super Watch Boys, right? They know they need to pick off these supports because they offer too much control, but while they're picking up the supports, you know, your Drow's getting collapsed upon, or you know, the Pangol's just rolling on the rest of your team. It's really hard to penetrate the fights. He has choices now. He's the man that we're all looking at. He needs to land a killer Winter's Curse to turn this around. I think everybody in chat and everybody watching, you especially, Fame, and be very disappointed if this is how they go out. Especially on the J-Dog Brew, they see choices. They saw him with the Splinter Blast, the Force Staff. Gonna be able to fly to the cliff narrowly just in time. He can't TP out of this situation. There's the Winter's Curse. Do they want to set up a fight? It's less than 0 on the backline instead. With the Warrior's Punch, the double damage. That was a one-hit Warrior's Punch. They take out the healing ward. This could be their opening to take out Nasi Kangkang. He doesn't have the spin at the moment, and the Drow is just laying into him. There is the spin, but the TP is there. Is there enough physical damage? The Drow actually can't get the hits off. Looking towards the Tiny instead. The Avalanche gonna break that up for the moment, but there's the Dispel Diamonds with the Yule saving himself with the Skyref Mage, and they get both the Tiny and the Skyref Mage. Now Dancer Boy has that roll up, so gonna roll through all of them. Diamonds, no! The phase shift just in time, but the shots catches this Pangol. Do they want to continue to give chase? There's J-Dog with the second split, but the choices, Winter Wyvern gets caught out by the Omni Slash. Now Nasi Kangkang back in the fray. WB TPing in front of the jug with a basher, not where you want to be. He's gonna get caught out now, less than 0, and J-Dog trying to finish the job on the Dancer Boy, but the Vlads means that he has enough lifesteal to keep himself up and running. Diamonds, no! Not like this. Diamonds just blinked into an auto attack from Dancer Boy and just drops to the deck. All 5 gonna be wiped out on the back of Nasi Kangkang. The Aeon is delivered just a pot. This game has just been unfortunate event after unfortunate event. WB being picked off, Diamonds just getting gimped by the silence from the fog of war, even blinking in to try and finish the job, only to just get himself killed off. Choices, the Winter's Curse, and the Cold Embrace just not allowing J-Dog to get the split off. Oh dear, it's falling apart here for the side of Super Wash Boys. And the win probability now up to 77%. Nasi Kangkang, they just haven't been able to kill this Jug at all. And Diamonds, he's gone past 4 deaths at this point. I don't know whether the plan is still on track. I don't know about this one, Famed. It's not looking cute. We were waiting for the Brewmaster from J-Dog, and here we have it, but this is not what we wanted. It's not what they planned.
Bad dudes, middle tower, everyone, go, now!
I mean, with this healing ward as well as the Warlock just sustain, right? They're not gonna worry so much about the Splinter Blast. They don't have any reason to back up. WB, who?
Jug has Blink Dagger now against the Drow.
Yikes. You just blink spin on top of her and she can't actually do much damage to you?
Even the Manta doesn't do much. Only can pike out, but I mean, there's 2 more coming at you, the Tiny and the Pango.
Yeah, they can just kind of leapfrog each other, right? One jump, then the other jump.
Tower is under attack.
And this point, at this game number 3,
Bottom tower is under attack.
let me just update the score real quick. I realized I did not. There we go.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, they're gonna get a free rush. Not much they can do to stop it. I mean, insult to injury, this Wraith Pack done from this Pango as well, just to reduce the damage even more. And just jump on the Drow, put that on her, and there's no hope for them. And I mean, this Drow pick, I understand what it was supposed to do, right? But it just feels like it didn't get off to the start that it needed to. And he just sort of never came back, right?
Feels like the clinks from last game.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, on paper, you're supposed to do well. There are some instances where you can, but WB just hasn't been able to find success in these fights. It's just too much coming his way, it feels like. I mean, you gotta give props to them. They're still trying to make moves, right? They're not just kind of passively defending their tier 3s. They were looking for a move out in this bot lane. Ooh.
Right.
Uh-oh. Finds less than 0. A task.
Okay, a smoke poke.
Yeah, just try to get him to clench his asshole a little bit. No big deal. It's just a little bit like, hey, if you come out here again, I'ma fuck you up. Don't you dare show your face. Yeah, I mean, they're just gonna... This is pretty straightforward, right? Nasi Kangkang has their Aegis for another 4 minutes. Just gonna do the stock standard, clear out all the tier 2s, just control the triangle, control the jungle, and slowly choke out the side of Super Wash Boys. I mean, I feel like the side of Super Wash Boys, they're not going to be feeling too good about themselves right now. Like, they had their momentum coming in from game number 2, but it feels like every sort of move they've tried to make has just been stunted completely. And Xiaopin, we talked about him not being the most farm, but he has found the moves where he needs to be. Even at this point, it's not like he has very significant net worth, right? But it's really just the burst coming out from this hero that's so strong, kind of giving away perhaps why they first picked it. Nasi Kangkang onto the high ground. Has the Manta and the Aegis to work with, no fear whatsoever. The spin as well. Oh, J-Dog, spotted in the trees. Oh, Diamonds. Diamonds into the back line, gets a call on the 1. But he's gonna get knocked, Diamonds? Diamonds gets eliminated. Meanwhile, backline, Xiaopin trying to find the rest, but less than 0. Onto this Tiny, the BKB on the both sides. This Wyvern doesn't have a buyback. There's no Winter's Curse. WB forced to pike out, but being chased down by Nasi Kangkang. Do they have the vision? Not at all. Xiaopin a bit late with the avalanche, but less than 0 getting out. J-Dog, another split, another fight. Here is the multi-shot. Hopefully, it can turn the tides of the fight for them. And Xiaopin, he's gonna drop now onto Darkness. This Warlock a bit too far forward, and Nasi Kangkang has the Aegis, but can't offer up much against the Brewlings onto Diamonds. This is his buyback after all, so he needs to be careful. Dancer Boy, no more Rolling Thunder. They're onto this jug. They're hitting away. Is the damage enough? They're trying to hit him. The last shot. There's the X. J-Dog now tanking the damage, but the Aeon is gonna pop. Straight onto the backlines, less than 0. They found regular pleb, but there is the Psychic Headband pushing him away. They are onto Dancer Boy, pushing up Nasi Kangkang. And here's the damage. Is this what they needed? Can they kill this jug? They get the last hit, and WB turns it around. Last hit onto Dancer Boy. They wipe the entire team. Diamonds, it looked like a questionable move into this bot side, but he buys back. He knew exactly what he was doing, and he buys enough time for WB to just hit away. And just like that, 5k gold lead squashed, 4,000 gold gained back in that fight. And WB's back in the game.
Winnable, no copium.
Winnable, actually, no copium. WB stands for winnable, actually. What the fuck? Diamonds, you know, like it's been such a tough game for them, but not ready to go down without a fight. Quick take a look at the graphs. Look at how far that drops. I mean, the win probability is still not looking too good, but you know, they're really making a case for themselves. They're not out of this game just yet. They're not out of the tournament just yet.
Yo, good guys. Middle tower got owned. What you gonna do? Get mad or get even?
I think it's coincidental also. I do have to mention that at this point in time, Tango and Guan Yin Ma have chatted. Super Watch Boys take my energy, and just at this point they want to fight. So clearly, it's working. Give them your energy.
Give them, yes. Especially Guan Yin Ma, he could see in the future. That's why he typed that out before that fight actually happened.
Silence.
Yep.
Silence. Silence.
What's your favorite tier 4 neutral item?
Oh, this is a little hard. It sort of depends on who I play, but I feel like Flicker is really fun.
Okay.
What about you?
I like. Wait, which one's the one? Oh, I like Stormcrafter.
Oh yeah, Stormcrafter's Lil. It's pretty fun, but like it feels like a mini sort of just kind of bump up, right? Like it doesn't really feel super significant. Sorry, I'm a little distracted because I want to type a copy. Okay. Okay.
Oh, he used the lizard. He used the dog.
No, but then it's a pog, right?
I guess if you like spend this dog to.
Yeah, but then I don't want to double dog. You know what I mean? I don't want to double dog.
Okay.
That's my thought process. Had a little think about it. I was gonna put the dog. Yeah, but I mean, this could be the opening, right? This could be the hope that they were hoping. I mean, Nasi Kangkang, they just kind of just kited him around, and that's exactly what they need to do. But both teams,
They know they're coming.
yeah, the tree tops coming out. It almost sort of telegraphs they have vision, but already completely cleared out. J-Dog has the Trickster Cloak. That could be huge. They're winding it up. WB. No! WB! Not like this! Straight onto the draw! This is not where you can start the fight! She has the buyback, but this is not the fight you want to take anymore. They're turning onto Dancer Boy, but once again, WB on the outskirts of the fight, just getting caught out. And the moment, as soon as it comes, it immediately passes. Oh no. And I mean, 79 seconds. I don't think WB is going to want to buy back from that one, but very nicely placed ward there. Going to be able to spot out the multi-shot coming from the trees, and do you see how fast they collapsed on that draw? No hesitance whatsoever. They didn't even know where the rest of the team was.
Courier is dead.
Choices. Try to do a little sneaky. Actually gets the courier with a little bit of ward, so not the biggest of deals, but still.
Middle tower.
That's going to be the high ground push coming out for Nasi Kangkang. Just hitting away once again. No fear. Doesn't have the healing ward right now, but has the warlock in the back pocket.
And the leveler taking buildings really fast.
Easy. Oh, they're on the Nasi Kangkang. Buyback from WB. They want to fight, but the chaotic offering is there. Less than 0 pumps to BKB, but gonna drop. He's gonna buy back as well. And now they need to escape. Nasi Kangkang popping that Manta. It's immediately gonna get dispelled. There's no healing ward. There's the Omni Slash onto J-Dog. There's the Earth Panda tanking everything. He's gonna pop back open just to get Nasi Kangkang back to the fight, but the spin is back online. Gold Embrace as well as the Aeon Disc, keeping this Brewmaster alive. But the Jug has made the great escape as well as the Tiny. Can the rest get out? Dancer Boy is still in the thick of it all with this Rolling Thunder, but they haven't managed to get anyone other than the draw. The Shards actually gonna block out his team instead, but they have the Spider Legs. They're looking towards Dancer Boy, and the rest of the team have already retreated. Good move from them. Dancer Boy is gonna be the one to take the tumble, difficult, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna be okay if that Diamonds on the flip side has found, oh no, choices, punched away by that Golem, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, WB forced to buy back for that, but they don't manage to get any of the two important heroes on the side of Big Breakfast. It's just...
Jug just manages to just spin in and spin out like, wow.
I mean, it's really not just him, right? Like, I feel like the rest of the team is just covering for him so well. Every single time he's in a bit of a pickle, he pops his Banta. You know, they buy just enough time with the avalanches, with the roll-ups to get him that distance that he needs, and then he just spins out eventually. I mean, Roshan coming back up in 18 seconds. They could try and capitalize on this with the Pango being down. Of course, the side of Big Breakfast, they don't know this. J-Dog standing around to try and scout it out.
Refreshes up.
Yeah, has the refresher, so that's 4 splits. The problem is, you can have all the splits in the world, and that might not be able to help you save exactly what is happening right here. Less than 0, gonna get sliced up. There's the, was that the, okay, I guess that was just, you know, the animation coming out from the Blade Fury? It looked almost like an Omni Slash with the sound that it made, but less than 0 with the BKB, gotta get out of that one.
Did J-Lock see the Roshan was up?
I don't think so. I think they jumped at the right time, right? Because everyone's all panicked and started walking towards the task. And just nice, Roche respawned. So both of these teams don't know this is up at this point.
Agonyms though?
Yeah. I mean, okay, Agonyms on who? Drow? On Park?
I think...
I guess Park, if you're on that side. And then you can get Agonyms on, like, I don't know, like, Tiny? Is Tiny even that good? I guess you get Eggs on Jug, right? That's the no-brainer.
Yeah.
Oh dear. It's starting to ramp up in a little uncomfortable way. Spell Prism for Diamonds. He's got...
Oh,
sorry.
The Tiny, they
almost got caught,
Tiny.
right? Yeah. They don't really have a lot of instant disable except for the... I mean, less than 0 needs to make the distance before he can get the Warrior's Punch off, right? And he already sort of used his mobility. It's a little unfortunate.
It should go on the task.
Okay. Hang on,
They can
J-Dog
fish out.
popping the... I mean, he has the refresher, so it's not a big of a deal, but oh, call on the backline. Is this enough? They actually knocked out Diamonds. He dodges out the Chaotic Offering, so that lands onto nobody. J-Dog causing a lot of havoc. That's less than 0 onto the Tiny, but where is WB? Shoots from the low ground, the DD's there, and that's the Tiny down. Nasi Kang Kang stunned up, gets a spin out, and the curse as well to Dancer Boy, eliminating the Rolling Thunder. Darkness, no way of getting out. They're on the regular play. Is this the comeback? Diamonds onto Dancer Boy. The double damage is enough, but buybacks coming out in spades. 3 members coming back into the fight. Diamonds in a little bit of trouble now, but has the Waiting Grave. The snowball out onto this Tiny. This could be a dieback if he's not careful. Where is the Jug? Has found the Drow. Can he get out of this situation? Has the Force. Not able to get out. Nasi Kang Kang just traces him like a fucking bounty hunter. J-Dog still has the split, so trying to make it work. But this Jug has just gone completely unchecked. For a moment, it looked like it could be the turnaround, but it's not enough. The Primal Split not able to get off. Still has the silence. Still has just the abilities. And they're just gonna go straight into Roche. Oh dear, again. I feel like WB, I mean, he did really well to find a good position, but like you said, the second they collapse on him, he doesn't have any way of getting out. He must have used the Hurricane Pike in another capacity because it was on cooldown, and he just didn't get out in time. Nasi Kang Kang blinks on top of him and just takes him out.
It was available though, I was looking at it.
Yeah, right, like it was one of those like it just cooled down kind of things and he must have not been paying attention to it or something, or like I don't know, but it's like, oh man, the Drow, like I mean, it's not really, once again, I feel like this is the theme, right, so far. It's not really his fault, but at the same, oh no, choices, not like this. Gonna be forced to buy back if he wants to have any part of this defense. Making full use of that Ninja Gear smoke. J-Dog's gonna come back into the fray though. Darkness doesn't have a Chaotic Offering, so there's that. But there's so much damage coming out. There's no reason to back up. There's no Chrono Cataclysm to worry about. Even the Winter's Curse is it's pretty manageable for them. There's the split, just trying to buy some time. But yeah, the spin gonna eliminate the Storm Panda. That means no more pesky hurricanes for them. Winter's Curse onto the Jug just to buy, once again, just nothing but buying them some time, right? Because Xiaopin, he's looking. Searching onto this Winter Wyvern. They know that she doesn't have buyback, and that's choices out of the picture for 90 seconds. Even if they try and mount a defense here in this 10 seconds, they're not gonna have anything to work with here in the ways of that Winter Wyvern's abilities. There's the glyph coming out as well as the... I think Diamonds probably cut the creeps. Means there's no more creeps coming in. Nicely done from this part. They're still trying to force the issue though. I'm not really sure whether this is doable. Less than 0 trying to find an angle into the fight. Forced the BKB out and going straight on this Skyref. But the Skyref got to blink out. Has the Glimmer as well. Looking for him. Still trying to chase, but has he gone a bit too far? He's kind of alone at this point. Less than 0. Gets the kill, but at what cost? Gonna get Avalanche up. The rest of the team following up. Straight onto Darkness. Has that Ghost Scepter. Has the cheese. So gotta keep himself alive for now. But so much magic damage coming out. They're not done. The chase is on. Onto Nasi Kangkang. Manta is there, but so is Aeon this. Trying to find the draw. Straight onto the Omni Stash, but bounces to the creeps. Oh no. The Jug. He's caught. There's no Aegis on him, it's on this A. Oh no! But turning around, Xiaopin saves the Juggernaut on his last legs. Ends up dying as the dust settles. But now the Tiny is in trouble. Left alone, has the Aegis. But J-Dog has 2 more splits to work with. Just pop that Refresher Diamonds. Just needs to be careful that he doesn't repeat that situation in the mid lane. He doesn't want to make that same mistake again. There's gonna be Aegis out. Diamonds biding his time. The blink out. Not timing that orb correctly. But yeah, need to be so careful on this part how you play around. They don't have detection here. Diamonds. Diamonds.
Middle tower, everyone.
He's playing with fire here. Gonna blink away. Play it safe. Xiaopin has that Shadow Blade. The dust. Oh, slightly off the... No, he gets caught, but they just don't have the line of sight. And just like that, Tiny able to walk away with his life, but not again. It's so hard for WB, right? Because he's doing so well in these fights. But the second he gets looked at, he just gets disintegrated. I mean, on the bright side, we missed the fight recap already, but I believe that was... How many buybacks?
1, 2, 3.
I don't even know. Let me check the buyback status. I can't really remember who bought back. It must have been J-Dog and Choices, right? Because Choices, he got eliminated and J-Dog had to buy back as well. So a little unfortunate there for them. But they hold. They hold and that's what matters. They hang on to their racks. They don't lose 1 full lane at the moment, and Diamonds really played his heart out in that fight. You know, creep cutting, the foresight, just catching the right people. That's what they need to continue to do. I mean, less than 0 so far, he's had his sight set. But this could be a huge difference maker. The Warrior's Kick coming out now, the Aghanim Scepter completed for this task. You can imagine it's going through that magic immunity, so at any point in time, even if the Jug tries to get on top of your Drow, you could just kick him away and provide that net of safety. It's getting dicey here. Moving into the 50-minute mark, and both these teams, they're reaching a late game stage. I mean, this task is definitely gonna get scarier and scarier. You've seen how, you know, some of the other, some professional players play it mid. It's just so annoying to deal with the Warrior's Kick. The cooldown, literally 12 seconds, right? So at any point in time, you just...
It's basically a Magnus now. It just pulls people in. Oh, here we go.
Straight onto him. I'm not sure. I don't think he has buyback. They have the Cold Embrace saving him for now, but now Diamond's in a heap of trouble. Choices onto the backline. Has that Winter's Curse, but WB caught on the low ground. Is this where he really wants to be? They have that sentry on top of him. This is not where he wants to be. The draw. Not like this. The Manta. It's not enough. Do they have the save? Do they have the curse? Do they have anything? The Cold Embrace, but they're all on top of him. The magic damage. Is it enough? WB. He's gonna go down, but he has the buyback. Now Choices gonna drop as well. 3 left. 3 members left on the side of Super Mosh Boys. J-Dog, he has the Aghanims, has the Void Panda, but is that enough? The Drug is still standing strong. Here comes the multi-shot. It's doing a lot of damage, so they need to back off. And J-Dog, he's still giving chase with his Brewlings, but I don't think it's enough. WB, he needs to watch where he's going. He's gonna get spun on. They have a sentry in that exact spot. He's gonna die again. And that, with him, the hope for Super Wash Boys has vanished. J-Dog, 1 last primal split, but Diamonds, he's gonna have to pull off a miracle if he wants to win this game. They've already taken the mega creeps. And J-Dog tries, he might. 1 last split. Diamonds gets the support. But 4 members left on the side of Big Breakfast. And J-Dog and gang, unfortunately, the Pogs were not enough. Diamonds, he's trying his best with the buyback. Xiaopin still sitting healthy. Darkness so much sustained from this one Warlock. And this Jug has only died 1 time. Oh, sorry, 2 times. But man, just completely unstoppable. Gotta clean up J-Dog. I'm gonna look towards Diamonds. They don't have any way of really killing him. But Neither does he. He can't really do anything versus them at this point. He's trying his best. But the creeps, they're hitting on the throne. And just like that, Choices finally back in with the Winter Wyvern. But can't find a curse. The glyph is up. They've split up perfectly. They're looking towards Choices. They don't even care. The BKB pop. The Avalanche is out. Diamonds. One last hurrah. Here comes the Tusk with his new Walrus kick. Is it enough? But the Ancient, it's falling. The good game is called. And J-Dog. GG. What a series coming out from Kana Fan Club, also known as Big Breakfast. They definitely deserve their spot next weekend. But unfortunately for all the J-Dog fans in chat, no such luck. They're gonna have to be tapping out in this early juncture, and that's not one that anyone really expected. Out of every single game in the bracket, the only game to go the distance. And you gotta be kicking yourself here if you're the side of Super Wash Boys. So many instances where the slight fumble or just the coordination, it just didn't come to fruition. Fame, do you have anything to say?
I think both teams played well. Mostly I think it's just the pickoffs for Big Breakfast that really got them the ball rolling.
Yeah.
And yeah, disappointing to see. We got to watch J-Dog Brewmaster, but in the end,
Yeah, at what cost, right? At what cost? I mean, perhaps we're starting to see why, you know, it's not this super strong pick that it was perhaps in earlier patches as well. There's only so much you can do. And you know, when your carry is a drow, you need more peel, right? You need a bit more. You need people watching the flank. She keeps getting collapsed upon. Now it's hard to say how much of it is WB's positioning versus just the instant kind of decision making from everyone on Kana Fan Club just collapsing at every instance. But what a hard game for them, and they don't manage to pull it through. So with that, I mean, that just about wraps it up.